Hi, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining this version of GSA's Sourcing TV. So today I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Russell Ahmed, who is the president of BASIS. BASIS is the Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services. And today we're going to be learning a whole host more about Bangladeshi as a delivery destination for technology and business services. So thank you, Russell, so much for joining us.
Really happy and excited to be part of GSA Sourcing Festival. As you know, Bangladesh is the largest delta from Southeast Asia, and BASIS is the apex trade association of all IT and ITS companies in Bangladesh. We started our journey back in 1997 with 18 members. Today, we are proud to mention that our today's membership is about little more than 2,000 IT and ITS companies. All these companies, we cater together all the domains of information and communication technology, both IT and ITES. So we cater fintech industry, edtech industry, health tech, digital commerce, e-governance, and all these things. So when we say ICT industry, there are two verticals of the industry. One is international market and the other is local market. So in terms of international market, from BASIS, we have 7 pillars where we focus for our continuous growth and policy advocacy and policy support like every other trade organization. Human resource capacity development is one of the important pillars. Always, human resource is the largest and the only raw material of our industry. So we have foreign market, international market development, local market growth. We have startup ecosystem as a pillar. We have industry promotion as a pillar to the rest of the world. We have access to finance for our members. And of course, last but not the least, that IPR or intangible assets of our members. Now, among these 4 pillars, I would love to cater this international market development or talk about the industry promotion. The reason why we are coming to UK. You'll be happy to know that today, approximately $1.4 billion worth of export that we do from Bangladesh to the rest of the world. And our second largest market is United Kingdom. 13% of our total export goes to UK. So if you ask me to talk about the USP of Bangladesh comparing to other outsourcing destination, our major unique selling point is, of course, our demographic dividend. Out of this 170 million people of Bangladesh, 70% population is 35 or below. Wow. So they're so excited. So they would love to contribute to the nation. They'd love to contribute in the development of Bangladesh. And the education system with all these universities, both public and private, looking at the growth of ICT industry in Bangladesh, people are considering the new generation is considering CSE as or electrical engineering as their topmost priorities to prepare themselves so that they can join ICT industry. And at the same time, our ecosystem is designed in that way. So we have our own institution called BITM, BASIS Institute of Technology and Management. So what we do from BITM, that we prepare our human resource once they graduate from the university with the 3 to 6 months courses, prepare them for the industry, which includes industry internship projects. So these are done by industry people, and then we take them to industry for hands-on experience. And so far, for last 12 years, BITM graduates have 100% record of job placement.
So out of interest, how many BITM graduates are there and how many graduates are there across the technology landscape per annum?
Very good question. Approximately in the whole year, we train and give employment of about 10,000 graduates every year. Right. And currently there are 300,000 people working in the IT industry in Bangladesh.
Right.
I would like to mention one more area that, yes, Bangladesh is more known as RMG nation, ready-made garments nation. As many of you know, the whole world knows we are the second largest RMG producer from Bangladesh. And that is the number one export industry, the highest foreign currency earning industry for Bangladesh. And but at the same time, we must mention that ICT is growing. So we target by 2031, ICT has all the potential to compete with RMG. That's a positive competition, so that we can contribute. Currently, we contribute our economy from the ICT sector about 1.34% in the GDP, so that we can contribute more to our economy. The thing that is happening, so why I have mentioned people know us about RMG destination, people do not know Bangladesh as an ICT destination. But the fact remains, the good part is people who already work with Bangladesh, they keep on increasing the volume. So individual companies who starts working with Bangladesh, they keep on growing. The reason behind our culture, our service style, that we love to cater our clients not only professionally, but at the same time emotionally as well. We want to offer out of the way, so that we don't miss the deadlines of the projects that we have been assigned to, and at the same time the relationship which is in our nature, which is in our culture, the hospitable nation. So that's why we have ample of examples that Bangladeshi companies who start working with international companies, the volume keeps on growing and growing and growing. So now it is time to let the rest of the world know more about Bangladesh, so that they come here. The thing that we should not forget, that our next door neighbor India, being the huge, largely doing export, they have companies with 1,000, maybe 10,000 people, large companies. Bangladesh, what happens, our large company size about 200 to 500, right? At the same time, we do critical works. Maybe we have examples that our top 10 exporters from bases, maybe he's serving with 30, 40 human resources, but they're into critical software development. The price is high. So our proposition is always that our talent pool is so lovely and amazing, so we don't struggle much to recruit talents. And you'll be happy to know that very recently, back in 2016, we formed to develop a new market, we formed Japan Desk. And today, our our fourth largest market is Japan. Because we wanted to do more cultural, because Japanese culture, Bangladeshi culture, this Japan Desk together with Bangladesh and Japanese companies, with the help of JICA and JETRO, that we did language training, cultural training. Now almost 9%, 13% of our total export goes to UK, 9% of our export goes to Japan. Right. And very recently, JETRO did a survey among the Japanese companies that out of the destination, which destination you want to increase business with. And Kerry, you and to the audience, I take our humble pride that Bangladesh name came on top by the Japanese companies.
Right.
So these are positive indicators that Bangladesh is coming up.
Right. So you're saying you're not really positioning yourselves as being an overflow from India, and you're not positioning yourselves to actually have a massive team of different service providers that might scale up to tens, if not hundreds of thousands. You're really going after a really niche, critical software development area. Am I hearing that correct?
Actually, it's both yes and no. We are not positioning ourselves. Yes, we know we are cost effective. We know, but our position is our commitment. Our positioning is the talent pool. Our position is the support that we receive from government. This industry is still tax-free industry.
Right.
The whole ICT industry is tax-free. And when international companies are doing joint ventures with Bangladesh, profit repatriation is again tax-free. Our basis members do not have to pay any taxes until 2024. And government already knows that it is, and we all know, government is also considering it heavily to make this tax-free regime until 2030.
Right.
So we have policy support. But if you say positioning in terms of, you'll see the challenge that we understand from our international partners when they work with other destinations, with all due respect, the project is ongoing. In the middle of the project, people are leaving and they struggle. The retention rate in Bangladeshi companies is very, very good. They continue for many years. If I share the examples of our 100 companies, top companies who are into export, their HR retention rate is lovely, amazing. So that's why our clients, the counterpart, they don't struggle much. At the same time, even if someone leaves the organization, so our talent supply is so good, we find the good human resource immediately. The right human resource immediately. The supply is good, so we don't have to struggle much. The reason I have mentioned the example between large companies and medium-sized companies. Supply is good. What happens in a 500 company, we get all good people. Once you become 5,000 people company, then you compromise with quality human resource. That whoever comes in, you take in. But what we see, the supply is good and we are growing slowly. Maybe we'll face this kind of problem by the time 2030 comes in. Industry will become that big. Maybe by 2030, our $1.4 billion export will become $20 billion export. But this is the time to take the advantage of Bangladesh. This is the time to take the advantage of Bangladesh human resource, Bangladesh talents. So they are equally good considering any industry all over the world. So that's the advantage, that this is the time Bangladesh is supplying good human resource. Bangladesh has all the government policy support. Private sector is hungry. Basis, being the leader of the private sector, is very active. So all this will help. This is how I want to position Bangladesh. It is right time that invest in Bangladesh, partner with Bangladesh.
Okay, that's fantastic. So one last quick question for you. If a UK company is looking, desperately needs access to a quality resource, is looking to partner, would they come via you? Would Basis help them and take them in the right direction? And is that your role, or do they need to find the partner through Basis and then do it directly themselves?
Thank you very much. Very good question. We have been doing it continuously. We do B2B matchmaking events all over the world. We travel and do, and we have once UK companies would love to connect with the right organization. Basis does it very efficiently. We have all the database of our companies, who is expert in doing what kind of software, who has what kind of talent pool, who have the experience of doing this kind of job, and we do the matchmaking. So that it becomes one point destination for UK companies. They knock Basis, they come to Basis website, and they knock Basis, and they can write to Basis president or anybody in the Basis executive council, or we have a 30-member secretariats, full-time staff. So then we connect with the right people and we do the matchmaking between the two companies. So that it becomes, so they send us the requirement, I'm looking for this, and we identify this is the company who is doing this. So we do the matchmaking between. So what we normally practice is that if some company from UK is looking for a particular job and looking for a particular number of human resource to outsource, we do the analysis and we give them 3-4 options. These 3 companies are doing this, and then the business is between them. They can negotiate, they can do. So that's how we have. So it will be one point of contact for all the UK companies that you come to Basis and you write to us.
Okay, that is fantastic. Well, thank you very much for sharing a little bit about the Bangladeshi story. I know you're going to be sharing a whole lot more with us very, very soon. And we really look forward to seeing your ongoing success. So thank you for joining me today, Russell, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so very much to you and all your audiences.
Thank you.